cantaloupe the smart way.
Our story starts at a farm.
It's hard to go good cantaloupe. For one thing, manure. It is so hard to keep it away from the cantaloupe, and wherever there's manure, there's Listeria bacteria.
Another problem. If you water them with overhead sprayers, then moisture will collect on the melon, making a good breeding ground for bacteria. It is so important to keep the cantaloupe dry because the skin of these melons is uneven. It is like a mountain range. There are a lot of places for bacteria to hide.
Also, when heavy rain falls, it can carry manure from various sources to the cantaloupe, causing Listeria. But wait, I'm sorry. You probably don't know what Listeria is, so let me explain. Listeria is a monocytogen, which is a hardy bacteria that is resistant to extreme hot and cold. The bacteria is pathogenic, meaning it is infectious to humans, causing illness, listeriosis. Listeriosis can be deadly.
Next comes the harvest!
Yeah, just throw them in there. I don't really care. I just want to be done and go home.
Careful, I wouldn't want to bruise them. I also have to be very careful to keep my truck clean so they don't get Listeria from previous loads of produce. Beep, beep!
Now, let's call the truck going to the TechnoKids processing plant. Here's the latest thing in cantaloupe safety. Some of the cantaloupes are going there, while the rest are going to Denton Farms processing plant. Boo! Boo! Let's see how the places compare. Hannah just got back from looking there, and so she has some first-hand knowledge. Here we are at the TechnoKids processing plant. Yay! There goes the cantaloupe into a room. It has fans, pre-cooling, and pre-cooling is absolutely necessary to remove fealty from the cantaloupes before giving them a cold wash. A cold wash on a hot cantaloupe can result in Listeria infested being sucked into the cantaloupe because the shell of the cantaloupe is porous.
Denton Farms did not have this vital step.
Next, the melon goes through a chlorine wash to kill bacteria on the outside of the cantaloupe. The leftover chlorine seeps through the conveyor belt and is collected in a bin, which prevents pooling on the floor.
All Denton Farms did was wash some cantaloupe in some water, and that is absolutely no good. In fact, since they don't do the initial pre-cooling step, it just draws bacteria in and makes things worse. It gets even worse though. There is water pooled on the floor near employee walkways and on the equipment that processes the cantaloupe. And the equipment is incredibly hard to clean.
Boo! The next room is same as the first room. It has fans that dry and cool the cantaloupes.
Once again, Denton Farms did not have this step.
Now for the packaging. The TechnoKids plant has a new device that uses holograms to detect bacteria. This machine detects Listeria inside the cantaloupe. Basically, what it is a portable microscope, which is able to detect bacteria in water and food. Each cantaloupe is scanned by a larger version of their small handheld machine. If it is fine, it will be packaged. If it is contaminated, it will be grabbed from the conveyor belt by a claw and dropped into a tunnel that leads to a soft boiling conveyor belt. This conveyor belt leads to an irradiator. Irradiation is a process that uses ionizing radiation to kill bacteria and other microbes. Irradiation is not a new process, but it's never before used on a cantaloupe. After contaminated cantaloupes are irradiated, they are packaged separate from the non-irradiated cantaloupes, given a sticker saying that they are irradiated.
Cool! Denton Farms doesn't have any of that. It just packages the cantaloupe after rinsing them in nothing but water.
Now, the cantaloupe is being put into a truck to go to Goodmart.
I'll be taking these cantaloupes to a nut job.
Beep, beep.
Now let's take a detour and see what's going on in a cantaloupe-loving family. Honey, let's go to Talmart and get some cantaloupe for lunch.
No! Good morning. It's better. It's good because it's kind of a name.
What? I cannot believe you. Walmart is by far better. It's grander, taller, and more majestic. It's kind of in the name.
Well, I'm going to Goodmart.
There they go. Into Talmart and Goodmart.
Well, that shows her.
Let this be a lesson to you. Always choose cantaloupe that has been processed at a plant like the TechnoKids processing plant. The end.